Another fine day, another wonderful day. We get together and have conversations. We get together and talk about things we have of a community. It's going to be the start of something. Something we'll get out for our mind, and we don't get have a very long time, but um, we never really shape and the way we want. Uh, and as they ever talk, you just need to start worker, and then while you do worker, you the fine tune them until you definitely get to where you're going to. One person we don't get it to read it before, but because of one or two things back in the days, we slowed down, went back to our drawing board, see how we really restructure things, and then start again. But now one other person, they feel, especially for our generation, you get a zombie for Cameroon, you get Ejap for Canada, you get it for here. Now the encyclopedia is in that me and Noam when it comes to football history for the community. Baba, welcome.
Hey, how?
Yeah.
It'll be a while. I mean, we don't get these conversations and for a while now. What to do? World Cup don't come meet up with. Remember, way back in the day, we don't be like, we'll go to the World Cup, we'll do this, we'll do that.
Yeah.
You know what they say? If the mountain it doesn't if Muhammad no, what did they say? If the mountain doesn't come to Muhammad has to go to the mountain.
Yeah.
Thankfully the mountain don't come to we, and which we ever do. All we like football.
Yeah.
We don't need talk football, we know the history of this thing. All we try for do for the platform at present is just to make it a fan fest. Yes, and all money opinion be valid.
Yeah.
The facts they be separate. All money opinion be valid.
Yeah.
Come in, bring your opinion, the clear-eyed opinion, the misty-eyed opinion.
The bar.
Yeah, now the beauty that of football, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to a platform and you argue opinions, and somebody comes in with a very heated, like, stop that, you stupid. No, all opinions are valid. We'll just get a fun ride. Watch the games. Well, first of all, we'll do a little bit preview about the historics of the World Cup.
Yeah.
The things that surround them, the trivia about the World Cup, the teams that will be qualified. And as Africans, we root for 10 teams, right?
By the way, we will start with the first of all. 10 teams.
Yeah.
How it feel?
It did a little bit weird. You just see 10 teams, 48 teams in total. You look at the African participation for World Cup, right? First African participation in World Cup, 1934, for Italy, and that was Egypt. They lost a game 4-2 to Hungary, 1934. Then you get a period of time where no African take part in the World Cup. And part of the story behind that was there be one time they play against South Africa. And that time South Africa be there for apartheid, so the African countries they boycott. They said, no, we need to play against South Africa. So you roll until 1970, where Morocco again can be the other African country to come to the World Cup. And two things are being involved here. You get the number of countries that are there for Africa, 54. And first time they give them one country, then the history, they give them two. Then Cameroon can give them three, and they give them five. Then now we'll get 9 plus 1, because if it was to be 9, if it was to be 1.
Yeah.
You look on both ways, right? To be honest, the African countries, they never really do well for World Cup. Yes. You look at the South Americans, they don't win them. The Europeans, they don't win them, of course. The North Americans, I'm not be worried about them. Canada, United States, the countries. The Asians, they don't be very competitive. Remember 2002, I think South Korea went to the semifinals, if I'm not be mistaken. No, the semifinals in 2002 was Germany, Turkey, Brazil, and South Korea, because they beat Italy, right? I'll need to check my records on that, but I think they went to the semifinals. Japan to them be extremely competitive,
Yeah.
always going to the eight finals or the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. Yeah.
The African countries on their own, you always get two countries. 1982 was when there was a ban in the African football appearance in the World Cup because you get Algeria where you beat Germany, and Germany be forced to go arrange a game with Austria for stop Algeria for going to the next round. They get Cameroon. We would draw three of our games, and one of the games, and we score a very clean goal and referee denied. So we get a chance for two African countries to go to the next round. 86, you get Morocco, did very well. They went to the next round, they lost against Germany. 90, Cameroon write the history, right? They give us one additional place. It don't be an up and down kind of participation, right?
Yeah.
One of the worst was in 2018 when no African team, go across the first round. 2022, we get Senegal, we make the next round. We get Morocco that went to the semifinals. Now we get 10 teams. Instead of 10 teams, we get different calibers of teams. Maybe people put on that for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Morocco, Senegal supposedly be the two countries where they get the potential to carry Africa furthest. I get a secret soft spot for Cote d'Ivoire. I like the theory their coaches they don't bring in some new players, they don't bring in that Eliwahi. It be very good that I be for Lance. He go for Marseille, you get enough game time. Now he did Germany. He play for Ivory Coast. Their last two friendlies, they do exceptionally well. They beat South Korea 4-0. They beat Scotland 1-0. South Korea and Scotland are very tricky teams. No be world beaters. And it seems the way no chop fine. They will beat you. Then Egypt, they do up and down. Their last participation on World Cup will be poor. They will be so poor. Saudi Arabia beat them actually. But they draw with Spain for last game.
Yeah.
So I will place Morocco, Senegal as the teams that confidence in them. I will place Ivory Coast like that team way if it surprise everybody.
Yeah.
Tunisia, Congo Democratic, Ghana, because Ghana's, firing a coach 3 months before with no clear idea of which one I go.
Yeah.
Morocco claimed to have a clear idea, even they do the same thing. Ghana doesn't. Ghana, what other countries do we have? We have Congo Democratic. So, more recap, what will be 10 countries? Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, Tunisia, Senegal, Ghana, South Africa,
Cape Verde,
DR Congo. Cape Verde, that one they go to tourism.
Are you sure?
Yes, Cape Verde they go to tourism. They don't be, I'm not be impressed with what they're doing the build up. They not go to the AFCON. They need play any important teams. They possibly are going there for tourism. Possibly.
What do you think about DR Congo, the qualification?
I will be very disappointed. So DR Congo, they don't. So if you start follow them, right? Since Sebastien Desabre take over, they don't be exceptionally good. They be a cohesive unit. They bring in the right players. They basically do everything right. They come to the Nations Cups. They end for quarterfinals or semifinals. They do extremely competitive. They play very well.
Yeah.
Then they go to the qualifiers. Exceptional. They play well. They lost one game for qualifiers and against Senegal at home. Because when they play Senegal in Senegal will be beat them. They be draw. They lost against Senegal. Then they go now for Morocco for that qualifying tournament. They beat Cameroon. Then they beat Nigeria. I've been so very, very impressed against their game against Nigeria. I've keep watch that game. I've keep talk with some guy. But first half Nigeria will be all over them. I tell them, I like the way DR Congo they absorb the pressure. And I tell you, listen, this guy they will beat Nigeria. They could drag Nigeria, over the cross line, they'll beat Nigeria. And they actually did. They come to the Nations Cup. They get the first two games. First two games were pretty good. Then their energy just kind of be sapped out. Against Algeria, that game we consider the next 2 days, they no score. Then they go play Jamaica. At that point, I don't watch Jamaica. I haven't watched Jamaica, the game against Curacao. I would be like, this African team has to be all over Jamaica. Like, I really say within the first, I would say 30 minutes, you'll be 2-0. Maybe now what the Frenchman call le poids de l'occasion. Like the occasion will be big for them.
Yeah.
Maybe now the thing that their passes were poor. Bakambu became make the wrong runs. Their main players, like the players that if he come from the bench, like Fiston Maele, step in. Fiston Maele never scored a goal, even an offside goal. He will be desperately poor, wrong passes, kick from 30, 40 meters. Like at a certain point, I'd be like, do these guys really want to go to the World Cup? I actually start here saying, if you've been at one of those days, one of those bad days, we wake up on the wrong side of the bed and why Jamaica shocks Congo. But luckily, Tuanzebe scored that goal. Because at a certain point, I don't even know where it goes. It come from.
And the goal self, if it look like.
Yeah, it just, I'm surprised. I'd be like, is it a goal or not? I'd be like, yeah. Then after the goal, my main thing was, don't do anything stupid. No try to go for a second goal.
Good, yeah.
That goal be enough. Sit back, wait, put in a speedy forward so that when the press now, when I just kick the ball to the forward, then of course at that point you know if you judge the game. Because if I get for defend a goal for go World Cup, I need to do anything flashy. And not for day I'm gonna play style stuff. But the majority of the game where I be expecting them to develop a game, dictate them against Jamaica when I put in. Because you follow Jamaica for qualifiers, they will be really poor. Really poor. They no beat Curacao 2-4. I think they draw with maybe Belize or some other funny weak nation. Then they get a lot of problems, right? Leon Bailey, their main star, at one time EB Kids in Africa can play. They try for game Mason Greenwood denied. They get a lot of things. They fire their coach. They get this crazy English guy. He come in, no qualify the fight. So it be just been a team way. If you be give them like in Nigeria, where Nigeria be in full flight, like after they finish for Nations Cup, they will scatter them like that.
I want to ask you because that's another thing that is concerning, right? The fact that we looked at the Nations Cup, look at the first 8 teams in the teams that play semi-final and quarterfinal for Nations Cup. Most people wishing that team they be represent Africa, but if you look for that team, then you get I think two key teams away. They know will play World Cup, Cameroon and Nigeria. Like, what if it be the reason why these teams of the Nations Cup they perform so well for me, yet they need to qualify for World Cup?
If he also be something in that tournament teams, because it be important. Like if you look at a team like Germany. I mean, I'll come back to your question, but may I just diverse a little bit. They feel struggle. I mean, the past couple of tournaments they never be good, but we look at the historic Germany. They feel struggle sometimes, but when they play for tournament, right? They go win you. They go bring some A game. They go bring the machine, the Mannschaft. Italy did the same. For certain points, and the way they come with tournament, they struggle. But when they get in their full stride. So if it be some players and they were like tournament players, you know, say African qualifiers, this will be very tricky. They will carry you, they will throw you for Mauritania. Mauritania, they'll take you go play for 3 p.m. Stadium, they 40 degrees. Then they get that stadium.
Most of the players in our locals.
Yes, they get that stadium the way it be so close.
Supporters
to the field. The fans they be so close to the field. They scream, they do that, the referee go. VAR no will be, if you go miss a couple of tackles, you go miss a couple of penalties. Back in the day, MBB was because we hear on the radio.
So good. When I didn't hear so time Now months after, I said that would they go play with this, they beat them.
Exactly. They'll tell you some goals and no cross. So
Yeah.
the Nigeria, for instance, they actually start the qualifiers like really poorly. They were in a very poor group. I mean, I think the group was really poor. South Africa, Rwanda, Benin, Zimbabwe, Lesotho. I mean, with that group, Nigeria literally gave beat everybody for that group. They start drawing their games. Benin can beat them for Oyo. Zimbabwe draw them. Zimbabwe even gave or win them because Zimbabwe missed a goal at the last minute. So you feel like the guy they sleepwalk into the qualifiers.
First, yeah.
They just feel like, okay, they play Benin, we play this. But when you come to Nations Cup, these guys don't come out Europe, they don't come out different places they come, they discover say the eyes of the world they on them. They bring their A game.
Yeah.
Now the key and the consistency partners say you get to bring that A game every single time where you play for a national team.
Very true.
Sometimes we see Cameroon against Lesotho. Not Lesotho, this
Eswatini.
0-0.
Yeah.
For Eswatini. If we play these guys in Morocco, we beat them at least 3-0. Because I mean the team from Morocco we get a fight. We get some different things. But we'll go play the trouble here, trouble there, this stuff. So African teams that always get that problem. Say that they lose concentration along the way when it comes to a winding qualifying tournament. They go play 8 games, 9 games. Today the day for Guinea-Bissau, tomorrow the day for Cape Verde, the next day the day for this place. That they always lose concentration at a certain point. I think that way you give some credit to the North Africans.
Yeah.
They go play the year Morocco, Botswana 7-0.
Every game is like the finals of a major tournament.
They need a joke. And part of the reason also Phoebe say maybe they get a lot more competition amongst their squads.
You know, things in a cultural thing, because if you look at that, like them, culturally, like people the way they take everything serious. Like if administration, if authority don't decide say we are going for this particular project or this particular competition, or what, it no matter how it looks, a culture for them will always be serious. The way if you look at West Africa, Central Africa, and let's say other parts of Africa, we always go into certain things like I be Cameroon or I be Nigeria, and until when it gets complicated, because like you talk. I personally feel like Cameroon and Nigeria, they do well for Nations Cup because they will one proof of point. Even though we need to go World Cup, we are actually still the best. Now make them do well.
Well, it'd be very tricky if we talk about culture. It'd be very tricky because you may not go to that point where we talk some cultures are better than others in one aspect or another. I want to talk more about the fact that they fit get a bigger squad. They fit be a
more
squad
organized.
where you get organization too is part of it. But they fit also be a squad where you get more competition. Because you look at these
That's
teams.
true.
Yeah, under 20s be good. Yeah, under 23s be good.
Yeah, they get a system in place where
if they go play like of course organization are a huge part of it, because I know every year the infighting waiting for the sub-Saharan teams and
for them
with them.
Yeah.
But if they go play say Swaziland, for instance, then you know say because you don't play for under 20, you play for under 23, they don't call you your first time for national team. You get a chance to play for the national team. You see sometimes they play with their B team with a couple of seniors. But the guys that for the B team, they score.
Yep.
Because yes, they know saying that they are on the net.
Yeah.
Now we will not get that kind of transition quite a lot.
That's true.
Because
it doesn't matter what you do. Yes, for last fight, they'll call them.
The policeman will be get.
Yeah.
It will be at one point where you fit literally go sleep for field for 90 minutes. The next game
you call you.
So you go for Eswatini, you go draw 0-0. The next day you go for Angola. That's because the same players them like so what's my motivation for play?
Yeah.
But if Morocco want go play say Swaziland or they want go play Lesotho, they take 5 players under 23. These 5 players, 2 of that players they score. You were there for say these guys they need play.
They need play.
The next game you want to go play, you careful bring your A game. Their competition, what the North Africans don't do now say, they don't open their squads from the under-20s to the senior team. Okay, like look, their coach they take and the under-20 coach. The guy will win the under-20 World Cup.
Yeah.
It'd be very natural, say you go pick 1 or 2 players because they need not 28 players. You go pick 1 or 2 players from the under-20s. If you pick 1 or 2 players from the under-23s. Now, if they go get a friendly, they bring those players in. You will apply the play for your position. Not to say they bring them in now for.
No, we just can't try them. No,
that guy play well. You come in, you go play twice.
Yeah.
He did like when these twins that become Manchester United, Fabio and Rafael. Fabio can meet up Patrice Evra. He tell Evra say he really like Evra. But he tell Evra say he want to meet Evra, teach you a lot.
Yeah.
Evra can say, what if I teach you a lot there, you take my place? He said, what if I teach you a lot there, you take my place? Like, you can understand the guys and they expand their competition. Since 2014, when Morocco started the project of building football schools, building academies, reaching out to their binationals, they make us a way they get a competitive squad of 25 to 35 to 40 people.
We're the only corner by merit.
At one point for Cameroon national team, if you look at the past 4 games, the previous 4 games in the qualifiers, if you talk about 90% of who will play for that game. Some guys, when they give you ball, they always go to the left. Say nothing that way you could do,
but
they will still play. So you can't make it in such a way it did like night and day. Now Senegal, they try for catch up to the North Africa. Because remember that year 2023, where Senegal win every single competition in Africa. They win the under-17, they win under-20, they win under-23, they win the senior competition. What they make and see, they don't expand their distance, their football playing base. They fit get some like it to play World Cup for 98 at the age of 17.
Yeah.
Senegal, if you get some under 17, will be exceptional. They need 28.
Do you think that's the same thing Fekafood is trying to do right now? Because we're seeing the likes of Yonjo 19, Kofane 19. Who know they be calling it and they did like 17 or something. Do you think it's almost similar to?
I think we'll never really get to that level because one of the things that will Fekafood we never agree saying that's an issue where you go worry for a while and I say we'll not get state support. And when I talk state support, I talk global, right?
Give me 1 second, shout out some few people that big.
Mr.
Eno Ayokigba, don't bring a man. Shout out to every person who is watching, guys. At some point in time, if you feel like you want to contribute, let us know. We can connect the phone lines. If you want to ask my brother a question, you go find. If you want 2 or 3 minutes, 2 minutes at most, for contribute to wait to. You cannot want many people over long comments and stuff like that. We'll give you 1 or 2 minutes for just make your own small contribution and then drop. We'll continue the show and then but yeah, consistently Sute World Cup, Sute after World Cup, we're going to do this again and again. Me and my brother would always get it. He'd always get this project in mind. We don't tell me. We'll start on some time, but then my program constraints and the own it make we'll stop him. But I think we'll begin for jogging a meeting today. We'll also know we'll just turn camera on and discuss it in the air. If we discuss them. So now open conversation and we'll notice one thing. The conversation not always be now, it not always go the way I think. Different really good topics, deep football conversations going to happen for this platform every now and then. I'm gonna read by comment.
Just wait till the time.
Yeah, it's about planning by visiting these venues and taking everything. Okay, Mary, arriving in SA to play on the same day means players will lose focus, as you guys are saying. It's a constant with Cameroon to it. It not be a constant of Cameroon that way, except when minister and the become system. Go ahead.
So which I talk now. The problem we get of Cameroon about expanding that base. Now see, the government know the back football the way it need to do for that base to be expanded. And you fit be fair because you see it be very complex. We need roads. We need hospitals. We need connectivity. In the sense, say, if you fly, go someplace, if you do this, if you do that. And also, you need something where when somebody put in money for football, it gets some return. Like, you get, you look across Africa, right? Go to Katumbi, the guy for Congo Democratic.
Yeah.
It put the football government, it give back returns. It don't build stadium. You get stadium for that team for Congo. They forgot the name. Mr. Man, remind me what the name in the comments. You get the guy for Ice Kara for Togo. Same thing. They put in money. Government they give it tax breaks. They build stadium. They do this. For year, government they use now the top product of football in the national team. Government therefore encourage people that will build academies. Government don't start by building a national academy and Africa. They therefore build academies in every province. They therefore encourage sports and study. Because you know if you just make academy, maybe you can just come and go play ball. They therefore encourage sports and studies. They therefore encourage the games in between the academies. They therefore encourage lower leagues. They therefore give incentives for people to open that thing. For the moment, the country as a whole need to function. As the country as a whole need to function, football not go function in a vacuum. Now, the good part with football for Cameroon, I say, we'll get people the way they don't decide, say, a couple of things the way they can be done. It don't come and say, me team then get under 17, me academics and be a lot of things. They get the structure, but now the government will follow them. Because Morocco, their own project started with 2014. They build that Mohammed V Academy. They start mixing teams. They start get junior teams. They start build academy, football academies for Morocco. They start get a structure on how their teams they get for play. How does a Moroccan team play? They start get and they start practice and then they reach out to binationals then. They reach out to binationals then for Europe. They be like, hey, you guys can join us more, do this thing. Now, reading that way, you did notice for 2022, Morocco fire coach 3 months before the World Cup. Vaid Halizojic before they bring in Walid. Walid come 3 months to Nations Cup, carry and go for semi-finals because they get a structure. When you get a structure, small movements for the you need the chakra the structure completely. Now they don't fire the other Walid don't step down three months before Nations Cup. They bring Wabi.
2 months for World Cup.
Your discovery is not much never change. It could possibly be very different to like Ghana. With Ghana, they don't get that structure when Morocco get now. So since they started with 2014, and even before that, Morocco don't always get very good leagues. They don't get very good structure before that. Now for 2014, they be like, make a structure for football. Make football be part of the national discourse. Me state step in. Me they do this. Me they do that. They bring players and they win on. So one time Morocco win under 17, win under 20. They go for France for Olympics. They win bronze for Olympics. This recent Olympics, so Hakimi be captain for the team. So they don't get some structure. Without structure, don't produce results. You understand? Now, we're not there for that level. We economics, with social life, with politics and everything, not there for that level. Where state fit decide, say, if we accompany a project like that. Can be so much in transition. I don't want to talk anything political, but we hope now, say, FECAFOOT get a blueprint where when a willing partner as a state go come. It go push them because we get the talent. We get people who can play soccer.
Do you think that was actually the back and forth between FECAFOOT and minister? Like you talk, maybe minister will say, no, we state will always focus on for national team. Once they win to One Nations Cup, after how many years, all man physical team they go on fine for country. But then FECAFOOT is like, no, it's not going to be only about the national team. It's supposed to be a structure where it could produce result with time, even for the level of national team.
It will give too much credit to the minister. as if the minister be get a big
Pre-plan,
vision.
yeah.
No, I think it boil down to just simple money. Yeah,
Man be getting neck.
I see. My project, my thinking, I say this right. If it be for Feka food or against Feka food, now they be in charge of football. Me they take their project, put the project, me the project fail, me always see them. Then me another group of people that come in. They either decide to take a different route.
Yeah, but on that Feka food,
me be on the
because not them they manage football.
Exactly. Now, for 2014 for this place,
Brazil.
For Brazil, I get a friend maybe he stay for Brazil, speaks Portuguese very well. He tell me about the cacophony we be there around the Cameroonian selection. You get people there, you get musicians where they come, you get dancers, you get he himself. Maybe join the thing at some point as a translator. They will pay them like the argument go be for money, blah blah blah.
As they leave Cameroon, they go find translator.
No, yes, they go find. Wait, it be very stupid.
Yeah.
They go find translator. Then the problem they get them for Cameroon before the go. They say the man will take flag and everything. We will see what happen. But they will come out last as usual. I believe so. In that vein, you get a history of people then for ministry whether they intervene for football, not before any footballing interest. It will really be nice in our footballing interest. Because notice one thing, right? Notice one thing. A lot of people they make them into the minister and Ito. And you get two strong heads the way that they argue that they butt heads, right? Now, I know one day for minister side and one day for Ito side. But at least for Feka food, they keep talk about footballing solutions. Minister no ever comes on one thing and talk say, now the way this way football game for day, now the way this game for be. The only thing minister they can talk and say later is a C, later is a la, where me say he want to take over the operations, but he don't ever tell we. Because see, it will get the problems with somebody like Njita. But you notice and say, even though they get the problem where it seems very personal, because we don't know the backdrop of the story. Someone will say, oh, Njita don't do this, Njita don't do that. Jitab argument be focused on that is Sinafok and how footballers are be treated. It would go form another one with Marcel Mahouve. Say no, now these people don't handle the way footballers be treated. So he says
the conversation of football.
Not football.
Yeah.
They really argue, they get a personal thing. They go way back. Where you don't want to spend time talking about those things because you know.
Yeah.
But you see and say it seem like say the conversation of football. And not be ever get the impression when minister keep stepping. They'll go bring someone say Mr. Cyril Tolo. I don't ever hear you talk something about
football
preparedness.
L'État.
Yeah, l'État qui contrôle ceci, l'État le domaine. So I don't want to give minister that credit. Let's say it becomes some
plan. That's true.
Different football way. You understand?
Yeah.
It becomes a different football. Listen, that's what the whole situation did, right? Right to FIFA, tell FIFA say you want them in a ministry, and a bunch of African countries if you do them. Now they put their money, give that to them. Majority of it, now the state they facilitate football. Right for the African, for FIFA talk say listen, I think the way the 54 countries of Africa don't decide. FIFA and I country will be open to many influences, right? Me they come, they done, they give them for minister. They always done quiet. But no count with
or you the minister, another suggestion is you the minister, go ahead, write to Feka Food, let them know you're not going to put your money if they don't give you full control over the team.
Or even better, to win over the fans, come with a project. Tell me what you think the football game will be. And no big cacophony can pretend say you like football pass. Give me the project for all the sports. So all I tell the minister we keep talk, listen, I'm not be a super fan. I just want to make Cameroon win like any normal Cameroon. I'm not be a super fan of Feka food year or this. I will just be intriguing. So now I compare two things. Where one man at least, even though
you know the first would expect
it is struggle, yes. At least one talk say no, they keep do this, do that, do that, do that. This other guy,
It's just the type
it
they
just
book.
should say, you know if you do this for a time, you know if you do that. But now FIFA give the rules.
Yeah.
Go talk with FIFA. What you
I want
can
to
tell
talk a
them?
little bit about
Yeah,
the World Cup again, to watch out.
yeah.
If you go a little bit fast, maybe countries, which country, which player you think say people should actually, oh,
Like you get the African countries, right?
yeah, African countries only.
Okay. Egypt, you get the last dance of Mohamed Salah, right? After this World Cup, he not go no place. Last World Cup days, it seemed be very funny. I think for Trezeguet, for this man, Mamouche. I like the way they play. I like how fast he goes at times. I like the fact they be very, very intent for get a shot and goal at any position we do. So I know I'll take Salah because I mean Salah 33 years, he need to get the best season. He don't be the best player for a while, but he need to get the best season.
I want to answer this question in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, the same way people will refuse for Nations Cup, will be able to take a Baka go, major go play last Nations Cup. You think it makes sense?
No. No. I'm not saying say they give or take somebody go like some legacy, like some. So which will be the objective for the World Cup?
Yeah, for the Nations Cup. Yeah, and the player is status also.
Yes. See, at a certain point, I know be a particularly big fan of Abubakar. He don't
Be
do a
trying
lot.
best, yeah.
He don't do a lot to national team. I know be a particularly big fan. I like the fact that they take a bunch of new stars, well, new players, and the players they get a wonderful opportunity for prove themselves, trace their own path. You see, say with Abubakar for win Morocco. Probably not for win Morocco, right?
When you go up to Morocco, South Africa, they will win them,
Yes.
and yeah.
No, even if we
was
win
a
them,
fast-paced
you
game.
check say Abubakar will make us go to the next stage.
No.
No. So which be the difference? It is like my way to go play defense, right? You go play against Real Madrid. You play defense, they win you 5-0. And me and he play defense. I go attack you. You still win me 5-0.
5-0.
So I check say the coach do the right thing. He take the players there. He be get an objective for be performant. And he take the players there to be performant. He not be good enough for go win a tournament. Now, if you go win it, if you get the team for go win the tournament, you need an X factor. And the X factor, most people they take them. A lot of people they take a very young player. Maybe some 17, 18-year-old way like that, Angelion Joe. Or they take an old player. When they know say the team go to this team, when the game don't tie, if you bring that young player, wherever you wake up, say, today, see green snake, bam. Or they take an old player away the last 10 minutes when everything don't tie, it they block him. But if you just go take now a team where they build a team, the team there in construction, you be like say you want to expose them. That old player need add nothing to that team.
Morocco, who to watch out?
The regulars. I like their wing back play. They'll get Hakimi, they'll get Masraoui. I like their wing back play. You know, Brahim Diaz, he will get a chance to redeem himself. My fear is me not try to do too much. Me just go ahead play the same. Yes, I go still believe. You know how Paris Saint-Germain plays with Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. I go wish say nothing that way the coach could do. Where when that guy they go forward, they crowd and overlap with their wingers, then they will cause a lot of trouble. Because the rest of the Moroccan team will be very stable. Like the same defenders, the whole the defense, midfield will be stable. We say that two players then they'll really climb. Then Onai we get a very good tournament for 2022. But lately he don't be average at best and even lost a place for the Nations Cup. So you see, World Cup you see very few new faces. If you see one person here, another person here, but the all established players, they don't play for the biggest leagues in the world. They don't play for the biggest, and their chances then that will carry their teams. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see They will get that 20-year-old midfielder, I think El Unais or something. If it per se, I will be very happy. But you won't count on your biggest players.
Tunisia.
I don't know who I've seen about Tunisia. Tunisia will be desperately poor.
Mm-hmm.
They no get they get that the last game where they play where they lost against Mali. Mali, I think Mali played 10 against them. Hannibal Meshbri, he said Tunisia will change a whole lot. A whole lot before they even come to the level of calling themselves a competitive team. One of the annoying things about Tunisia, I said, they always manage to qualify.
Yep.
And remember, even the last game, they beat France,
Yep.
right? The last Nations World Cup, they beat France. But now, one of the poorer African teams there, I'd say, you'll get 4 best 3s that will go forward, right? Best 3s. You also got 4 best 3. You also have 4 bad 3s there where they come back. Yeah, at this Tunisia will be one of them. Like, seriously, I know if you look at that team and see what solutions will come out. Their goalkeeper be as average as any. And the genius and the how you call it, the luck of the Tunisian team is they always qualify for the main competition. And at qualifying, even the qualifying games that you watch the games, you need to see anything to see.
But they go through.
They always find a way to go through. I need to see which they fit the Algeria, you get Mahrez as usual. Again, the biggest players, the biggest competitions. The problem with Mahrez lately, now see, nobody play much for Al Ahly. That team for Saudi Arabia. Again, you only two really count on and say be like an X factor. Yeah, you really count on and say and now diverse really quick. They need a goalkeeper. That's Zidane became. It'd be nice for social media. It'd be nice for marketers, but be like that.
Yokegba say Morocco will not do as good as last World Cup. Tactically, in the last World Cup, they were very good defensively and counter-attacked. But this time around, they don't have the same structure. They have transitioned into more possession-based team. Maybe they will have some new kids from their World Cup winning junior team that can inject some energy in the team. Keep in mind, more teams means World Cup will not be as tough in the group round.
It really depends on which you mean. Because which be Morocco group? Morocco get Brazil, they get Norway. No, they don't get Norway. They get I think Brazil, Scotland.
Let me see.
Yeah, Morocco get I think I know their first game is against Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and then Haiti.
Yeah, so Brazil game can go either ways. Morocco don't beat Brazil before in a friendly. Brazil game can go either ways. Scotland game too can also go either ways because the Scots will come with a lot of passion. Now it seems they never stop running. If you watch their games, they keep running. They over you. They don't really get a super high quality of talent. They get McGinn, they got McTominay, but on the surface, Morocco could start like slight favorites over them. But the problem with the Moroccan team is they are playing teams where you have to be at your best to beat. Now the trickiest thing that for football.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yes, you get to be at your best to beat. So a group of 4: Morocco, Scotland, Brazil, Haiti. It'll be 100% guaranteed. I see Brazil will beat them. And I clearly see if we win Scotland, Scotland will also win them. So at the end of the day, they'll probably fight for crumbs with Haiti. They'll probably you want to see their first game.
No, go for Ghana. Any player would be
Ghana,
interesting.
Semenyo will play. He will play the.
By the way, Ghana, they fired their coach, right?
Yeah, they fired their coach. What's the happen with this coach now? The coach has some very interesting character if you follow that coach. What do I do? You know why I question anything? He don't be assistant coach here and there. Then he don't be scout. Then he did like Solskjaer. You know, when Solskjaer finish from Manchester United, you know what Solskjaer go do? He go be a technical, like FIFA, UEFA get people in a technical analyst. That they watch game, that they draw technical conclusions. So they get an insight for the game may be radically different from us. So when Solskjaer talk about a game, he talk about a game from different points. You look at the game like, wow, you know, we see this, you know, we see that, you know, we see that. He bring out all the points. Because when he leave Manchester, he will be that technical analyst for UEFA. I believe I said that Ghana coach there. I believe they don't do some technical work behind because when you see some game, you see Ghana will play, Ghana will go draw with Central Africa, or go do some really dumb shit. Then that coach will come. He could analyze the game. He could tell you this. He could do that. He could do that. He could look so flawless. Then you go the next game, go screw up. I feel like this guy, you're frustrating. You're supposed to be good. Yeah. You go screw up for the next game. I feel like, something need to add up. You understand? Then, in a win games, then Isabi talk. Yeah. Very frustrating. They like they're under Prescott. Whenever they lost a game, he know the right things to say. But he need to win the games. Then he get this team where he don't try to bring in some binationals. I believe it'll be a little bit too late. If he try to get Etiquette here and Hudson Odoi, they don't struggle for get those guys. I notice the guys will come on board at this time. He will literally chakara everything. He get Kudus, where Kudus never play for a while. He gets Semenyo. At one time, because he new captain now, Jordan Ayew. At one time, Jordan Ayew keep playing for a really high level, even though he keep playing for Leicester for second division. Have you watched their game where they play against Central Africa? I be there Africa at that time. I watched the game, they win 5-0. Jordan Ayew get 3 decisive pass, score a penalty. If he play the game. And of course, if we're talking about Central Africa, but we'll not say other countries, they struggle against smaller teams. Then they get a Thomas Partey, where a Thomas Partey, he don't play for a very high level for Europe for a while. Thomas Partey, Kudus, Jordan up front, Semenyo. They get some team if it cause any other team problems. But their group, they get England, they get Croatia, they get Panama. And Panama are one of those tricky teams. I watched their game against South Africa. Because by now, I hope someone get IPTV if you watch anything. Yeah. I watched the game against South Africa and they didn't give up. They keep coming at you, you struggle, they always and they actually beat South Africa. Yeah, South Africa be keep trying to do those flashy things. Panama be greedy. Like gritty, right? They hang for you, like yeah, you get to kick them out of the way, like that video of the elephant kicking the some small animal. Boom, like they don't go away. So Ghana get out the way, they get to get their act together real quick. They don't get no other friendlies against me. There are 2 friendlies they play. Germany win them 2-1. Austria beat them 5-1 or so. It will be terribly disappointing.
South Africa.
Oh, that I really there are 2 players in there for South Africa, but I really like them. They get some guy they call him for King. If he play left side, if he play for middle, if he play for Orlando Pirates, a very very interesting player. They get Dan Bokazi, Mbekizeli Bokazi. Excellent player. He play 4 shot, then I left footer. He get a very heavy left foot. Put the video of Panama, South Africa, see go where that little guy is called. He's 20 years old. He play with Chicago Fire. That other Mofoken guy too, he Raleigh Mofokeng. He did 20 years old too. He did play for Orlando Pirates. Whenever Orlando Pirates play like Kaiser Chiefs, he did give a dance reset out. It'd be really good. But the problem with South Africa now, see, they play too much for the gallery.
Hmm.
Abiki get a conversation with some South African that was Kamau play them. Abiki say, "Oh, we una the two, one pass
Yeah.
ball, one dribble." So that the
Maybe
play
because they were yellow, they feel say they be Brazil.
the issue with them, I say that they play that ball. Now their way for play the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I say their teams that they play. Their junior team they
Teams
play
them.
so Orlando Pirates they play so
so.
Mamelodi Sundowns they play so where they watch
So
the
now their
game.
own system. That.
Yeah, now their system that they play. They like pass the ball, knock the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
When they get a bunch of midfielders, they turn the game into a scrap. South Africa no fit win. And now the problem that they be getting with Panama, they be getting problem Panama way. Panama turn into a scrap. They fight every ball, they jam every man. You run go this side, some player there for your back. You want turn some two people they follow you. When they do it like that, South Africa no fit play. Now they get Mexico, they get South Korea, and they play their first game against Mexico. When they don't win that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they play in the Azteca, right? When at the funnily in the first game for 2010 World Cup,
Yeah.
you repeat, they play in Azteca. Azteca will get 100,000 people screaming, noise. The Mexicans will be desperate to win that game.
Yep.
Then they get South Korea after that. Then I think they get other I think they get Czech Republic or something. One of these teams that where they just qualify. I didn't even see them getting a point.
Cape Verde.
Yeah, Cape Verde not get a point. Cape Verde they play against.
And any players you get interest?
No. The problem with Cape Verde now, they get a bunch of players then for.
Cape Verde qualify for Cameroon.
Yeah, but you get for fine. You get to look at two things, right? You get to look at two things. The same thing we'll talk about for a team for qualifying Nations Cup, especially for Africa, and a little bit for South America too, because South America get the craziness where Africa get them.
Mm-hmm.
You will be fully concentrated the whole length of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon no be. Then the Cape Verdeans and too, you get that same way smaller stadium. Their stadium na hard pitch.
Mm-hmm. And then I used to be Portuguese B.
Yeah, their stadium na hard pitch. And they get a bunch. Yeah, they get a bunch of players they don't bring up for it. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, Cape Verde never do something where it pop out for your eye the past on 1 or 2 years. Any man way talk say I don't study this Cape Verde team. This Cape Verde team if you do X, Y, or Z. And no say I believe say the man need to be studied. The man need to bring me facts and move see. I need to see anything we Cape Verde will see. Their friendlies they not be exceptional. Their players them I believe say they'll be very happy for go to the World Cup and lose say like 2-3-0 against Spain. They like Angola and Togo back in the day, they go lose a game, they start down. And I don't know if you just write on anything about Cape Verde.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes, I like Côte d'Ivoire. I like the way MS5 they do. I like the player the way they don't go bring them. He get players the way they be performant. He get players they be performant now. He get a team with competition for places and they don't bring back Nicolas Pepe. They don't bring Eliwahi. They get Yan Diomande. They get Ahmad from Manchester United. Defense, you get players like Gela Doué. You get good players. You get Frank Kessie from midfield. You get a good combination of all young players. And their goalkeeper not be the best, but listen, it not be horrible either. They play Germany. I think they play Ecuador. They get a bunch of teams. Like if a time they forget Germany now. You understand? If on time they forget Germany now. Germany don't be they never be 2020, 2018, 2022, it never be all that. They don't come out first round of both tournaments. You get their games. Cote d'Ivoire beat South Korea 4-0 in their previous friendly. This other friendly, they beat Scotland 1-0. The problem with African teams, now one, their first games, they gotta be really focused on their first game. It looked like, say, the occasion of the World Cup,
they get carried away. Yeah.
They come for World Cup,
Be like,
they can play some first game, they draw 0-0 like
Cameroon.
Yeah, like 1990 Cameroon. Not 1990.
I'm just about talking about the last World Cup. We actually go. I think we draw or we lost against
Switzerland.
Sweden.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
1-0. The World Cup I want to talk about in 1998, where Cameroon will play Austria.
Yeah.
For easily beat them for that first game.
Yeah.
But we always get that team who will come, play some team, they'll come out say, okay, no, we'll do better. No.
Just like in 2002, right?
Same thing.
Yeah.
It don't always happen.
Yeah.
1998 Austria, 2002 Ireland.
Yeah.
2022 Switzerland.
Yeah.
All those games are winnable games. If we win those games, we're in a position where we do extremely well for that World Cup. Because the World Cup na seven games prior, not 8 games. And those 8 games are any my game. Maybe for day way you go one place on style. You go, go find a league and do those things there.
Yeah.
Now for day way, you want be crazy, you want follow some man, you want make your name, you want.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a Maradona and a Nzipa Kenvito.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been a crime for even look past Maradona to look at Nzipa Kenvito. But for that 90 minutes,
one man would die.
Yeah, that 90 minutes of the thing. So the problem with the African teams now, they come into this competition. Like, for instance, for me, Germany did for the taking. Now, what I would suspect and say, Cote d'Ivoire, I must say they play Germany. Knowing the way African teams they'll function, they'll come play Germany, they'll score a goal, they will sit back, Germany will score them at the 82nd minute, they will draw the game. A winnable game with them will finish them.
Just crush them and then
they will be like, okay, cool. You say like, man, we play Germany. Then their next game, they'll go lost 2-1. Then they will start get all the pressure will play the next
and
game.
then they win the last one, not beat them.
Yeah, then when there's a come with the third player, then the stuff the way it typically happen with Cameroon, I say, or discover they're gonna be paid them for some one game. Then they're gonna need for ask money.
Senegal.
Yeah, no, Senegal they're in a very good place. They get Morocco, they get Norway. Now they get I get these things wrong. They get France and they get Norway. Now, France be heads and shoulders above everybody for the World Cup.
But they get team A, team B, team C.
They get an exceptional team. They get some team where if they click, if they fire on all cylinders, they just will get in the World Cup. Then they can say half a third place.
Yeah, wanna choose one second.
Yeah, but the issue we didn't say. Senegal gets to an extremely good team. Senegal beat Brazil. They beat England. Remember, they beat England 3-1 inside England. The first African team to beat England. So, I'd say why France get a very good team. Senegal will be that team where if France get for win and France will bring an A game.
Yeah.
France never just come, just be like, okay, we slept at 7 o'clock today, we'll play for 10 o'clock, we'll go in. They're going to bring an A game, but I'd say France will start up slightly as favorite. Norway, one of the things about Norway, I think, say, they get a good team, but people, they kind of overrate them. They go beat Italy 4-0 inside Italy, and the whole world go crazy. But they're forgetting like desperately poor Italy. Italy no fit win Bosnia over 2 games. Like very desperately poor Italy. One of the poorest Italys then for the past 12 years. So I check Senegal get a good chance to play. They get a good card to play. Their feet go. I mean, no team no fit go toe to toe with France if France play to all its strengths.
Yeah.
Right. France get excellent players. I believe say one of the things that will possibly happen to France now say Deschamps will possibly overthink. You could possibly keep some player too long for field. You could possibly trust some player more than the player ability at that time will be. And I think that will
Or
coach
get frustrated and then play some other player.
Yes,
and then
the thing that will coach is away they don't be successful because they shall not be one of the most successful coaches for France. You don't go semi-finals. You don't go. I mean, you don't go finals. You don't go finals again. It be rare. You don't go quarterfinals or Euro and stuff like that. I just say one of the things then with that kind of coaches, and I say at a certain time they start believing in their aura. So they start making some player every day when they play well because but that coach knows, listen, I've been coaching for 10, 12.
Like it is the Congo Kante.
Yeah, but N'Golo Kante at this point they're not like a reserve player.
No, it's like a reserve player. But then I feel like now one of those situations where you bring in a younger guy who is energetic, skillful, and things like that for start acclimatized.
So that Manu Kone will be one of that guy that will be extremely good, but lately maybe if he be a direct place.
Because I don't know if France get that same issue like maybe African countries like Cameroon, or so to call some player, would call a Basogok because we'll get a bunch of really young guys who want some older guys the way if he can coordinate, help stabilize the picking them and stuff. I don't think France get that kind of issues in.
They shall not use a lot of players. They don't use 50 plus players then over the past 3 years. They don't use more than 50 players. You don't call a lot of players from a lot of places. But it's still Deschamps say he get a call. He get a call where even when he called the struggle. Like when Rabiot get a problem with Marseille, and Rabiot they between clubs, Deschamps to call it up. And now the problem will kind of reach a point where a player will deal with the struggle, but the coach knows it and know the player, trust the player.
For national team, he go give me results.
Yes. And sometimes in the way you look at you never know what to make out of it. 2020 Euros, Mbappe no score no goal in open play, he scored a penalty. A lot of people will be saying no be perform, I go take care of it. What you do as a coach? You're best player, you don't win new stuff. You want to keep you or you want to take care of it. She said they'd be extremely successful, they'd be like, I trust my players. We get Diego Simeone, they do that, and they get it cookie. We cook it, don't be the. For the past 15 years, whatever, Diego Simeone, they go to war, they do everything together. So I believe, say, it will be another kind of profit. And if you want to look at that coaches the way, big coaches, and they be successful in the way they look at them, they don't always come to that situation that team failed them. You understand? You come against Senegal if you come with a strategy, you will play differently. But you will still play like the same player then. Then now they try this front four where you get Mbappe, you get Olise, that Michael Olise, the guy for Bayern. You get this man, Ndembele. Then you get Kitike. I think that we try him against Brazil. He worked marvelously. The first half, he run around Brazil, they pass ball here, they do stuff. Dembele if he drop deep, Mbappe go forward. Dembele if he make a run, Olise if he do this, Ekitike is score at every turn and corner. It looks very like for people who really like football romance, that's perfect romance right there. But at a certain point, you go fail. But for the moment, France are my favorite.
What would be a prediction
for the World Cup?
Yeah,
I get first favorite France. Argentina and a cup holders are inside the top. You get Portugal. Portugal get a generation where on a good day they feel easily win the tournament. They get a Ronaldo where all the personality alone. It be very important. If you negate them. So you get France, you get Argentina, you get Portugal. England get a huge potential. We watch the games them every week. English league, nearly everybody is watching. They get a huge potential. I don't know what their coach is trying to do, to be honest. I really don't know what their coach is trying to do. I don't understand why they give the coach an extension to 2028. lately the coach don't they are crazy. Their best players, to me, I mean Harry Kane obviously not a top player, but the players the way they fit um like make a difference in that era, the way people they need to look at feel for them. Because they look at people they score goals, they look at maybe a defender, they look at the goalkeeper, feel for them not really firing or similar. The last couple of games that we playing will be that good. Bellingham. At one time, Morgan Rogers would be way ahead of Bellingham for the midfield position. Those two players, I believe, and you also get that problem when they say not play with Phil Foden, not play with Phil Foden and Bellingham at the same time. So I believe, say, the problem with England, I say England seems to have a lot of work that will be done, and they get very short time for getting together. The game against Japan was just flat. It's just been a flat game. So I get France, Argentina, Portugal, England, fourth place. Now, I will put even in Morocco and Senegal before I put in Brazil. Yeah, because the Brazilian team, yeah, they get that aura, they get that magic of being Brazil, but they be very far from what way Brazil is supposed to be. They want to build their team around Vinicius. Neymar, I mean, today they play Santos, Flamengo. He never even play. Flamengo win them 3-1. Paqueta, he don't go back to Flamengo, he play. So hopefully you can reinforce their midfield. They'll get a midfield of Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, and Casemiro. I know really thinking I midfield that way he will win you the World Cup. I'm not even thinking I midfield that he will beat Morocco. Then defense, they get at Gabriel for Manchester United, for Arsenal. They get Marquinhos for Paris Saint-Germain. Marquinhos pretty old. They get a good goalkeeper, even though Alisson be injured. Ederson, if he play. Their forward line, Vinicius, Rafinha. Yeah, that's good enough. That's world class. The middle of the forward line, you'll be either Cunha or João Pedro or Igor Thiago. That team, if they qualify for, I believe it's at best quarterfinals. Yeah, I believe it's at best quarterfinals. Then Germany, which would be really unfortunate. I say, well, really not unfortunate, but kind of strange. I say Germany for now. I look at them like the dark horse. It'd be very silly if you look at football in terms. Germany will be a machine. It will be a team. When you talk about dark horses, you talk about maybe Turkey, maybe Japan, maybe Czech Republic, that kind of thing. For mention Germany in terms of dark horse, it be like, yeah, they say some football novice. Say, come on, now the Germans we talk about here. But lately, artists don't go way back in their football. And wait to be really strange, I see they get very good players. They get exceptionally good players. If they set you up on that day, they get a very good coach, Nagelsmann. I really hope so after that me go to Manchester United. We Manchester fans would win.
Boss, we're already for 1 hour, and I think so we'll get for round up. Is there any specific thing you wanted us to talk about? We'll never bring it up.
Well, again, not just a fan forum, right? Not just a fan forum. I just rant, I just talk, I just do this. Eventually, we will get lots of football trivias. We'll get lots of things. We'll go. Then another thing we will really get time to talk about with maybe a bi-weekly show now. Now the influence of external factors on football. You know, the World Cup for America would be very, very strange and tricky because the way the geopolitics work. And I mean, as a football guy, you yourself know this. One of the fields that no one step in the political nature of the environment we involve football. You want to be friends to everybody, right? We don't see how for Cameroon where when politics get in, they transfer some man for Salapumbi, which is really stupid. But in footballing terms, in the world politics of football, even be more dangerous. Yeah, even be more dangerous. Like,
can we save this topic for another time?
yeah, definitely. Now, one of the things in that I would really want to say, more get into, we'll see how it will affect the game. We get a lot of people there that he asked for a boycott. The largest supporters group in the Netherlands on right to the Netherlands Minister of Sports. I mean, they pull out Holland from the World Cup. Of course, it never happened, but it just tell you how politicized this World Cup is. It don't be from 1934, when it be rumored say Mussolini tell the Italians in 1934, say, hey, either you guys win this World Cup or you guys die. Same thing will happen with 78, where General Videla for Argentina, he tell people, say, hey, listen, we got to win this World Cup, guys. So we get that politicization we want to come. We get the ambience around the World Cup where it be a little bit down, like enthusiasm.
It doesn't feel like World Cup will happen in less than how many months.
I read recently the FIFA don't do a lot of cancellations on hotel bookings.
I think I saw that earlier today.
Yeah, it not be supposed to be like this. It became a business until like 3 months to the World Cup. When you talk about the World Cup, would you talk about maybe some conflict here? Would you talk about this? Would you talk about that? No. We need to follow the friendlies like that. We can forget a bunch of friendlies for Arlington. You don't understand. Say precious little friendlies they happen for America. Why in Nigeria no can play, or this no can play? A lot of countries they prefer them in Europe. Would you almost see how big of if a lot of friendlies, and because the other World Cups, a lot of countries and they play around the area to acclimatize a month or two before. But here with the visa threats and everything, it's not going to be something we discuss. It look like it's going to be an issue. England, they play for Arlington. They play Croatia for June. I don't know whether England will get a game in the DFW area, like a friendly, because they'll obviously get a training camp around the area. I don't know whether they'll get a game in the area. I'm not saying the politics that make some people them across the pond, they know like America like that. I don't know whether there are fans that will follow. Then the ticket prices and just they are outrageous. People will be like, we must absolutely go to the World Cup. We still wait for a ticket price. But we get a lot. But the most important thing for a World Cup, because the World Cup is the thing will make you dream. As a little kid, you see Mila dance, you see Cameroon do this, you laugh, you cry, you see Maradona do that. Sometimes you just go to YouTube, you're watching old games, stuff like that. The most important thing of World Cup is just to tell your story. Like, where were you when this happened? What are your expectations? What are your dreams? What was
your contribution?
Yes, just get the fun first. It not be a point for us to talk about the technical nature of the football for the World Cup. For me, I need really see a World Cup. Just people just need to call in, talk, just talk about crazy stuff. Talk about weird players. Talk about iconic players. Like, remember the guy Claudio Paul Caniggia. You know how iconic that guy is. He gets a crazy laugh when he scores a goal. I watched the highlights for the game lastly of Italy, Argentina for 1990. I just go on YouTube. I just watched the game. So you get on FIFA channel, someone and they put those games. You get the crazy, like if you did watch it and he score against you, probably broke the TV. You get some crazy way to celebrate, like Maradona take the ball, dribble 1, 2 players, give a pass, they cross the ball, he head the ball in, 1-1. Then they go on penalties. Argentina beat them 1990. Discuss iconic players, I'll go see, I go watch the foul in Massing. Foul it already go. I'll be like, wow, we needed that.
Yeah.
So not just a fan fest. We just get a bunch of crazy guys and ladies, hopefully, just talking about the beauty of the World Cup. Forget about the other things. We'll get 1 or 2 programs that will talk about the politics, but just very quickly, I'm not be a fan of politicizing the beautiful game, right? I will say none of these things will be. I will say tons of people there for Africa if you come. I will say tons of people there for South America. Come make a fan. So okay, I come out today. I go for here. People they sing for here. People they dance for here. I just said the one from Miami be cancelled. I don't know how true that is. The fan fest from Miami. That kind of news and that in 1 year. I will say when Croatia they play England for Arlington, they get some place where fans that they watch game
2-3 days before the game, the ambience.
So not just the thing that it be open to everybody, any man come in, talk, get your own share, we'll take them from there.
Guys, thank you very much for this day. Like I said, we'll make sure we'll announce the next project, the next program. Probably it will either be ye or it will be innocent or it will be with 3. But it's going to be football conversations. Now in our World Cup time, we'll talk a little bit. We'll talk more about World Cup, the preparation and any other stuff. But again, we are really interested in the yesterday of football. The things that we make football, the news we don't always make football. Football gets so many wonderful stories. Like you just come over to talk about that Argentinian player. Many other stories in there. When you sit with people and Tiba came and they tell you their experiences, when Roger Miller tell you, or when Coca-Cola come back, I think 30 years later, for compensate Roger Miller for that celebration, you realize there is so much we can discuss about football. It must only be analyzing games, analyzing players. We will do some of those if it be necessary, but we want really go back deep into some things that we it make football way to football day today. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next.